Think, feel, believe. 71, 71, 1, 1, 1, 1, 71, 1, 1. Well, you don't understand. It's just think, feel, believe, 71. This is your birdie. This is Sholex. Oh, you can find me, Slex on me. You can find me, Slex on me. You're gonna find more of me. And more videos and all kinds of fun stuff. And you want to make sure that you share, like, and share, yeah. Think, don't believe, yeah. Share them, because, well, you know, really, these videos right out of help people realizing who you are as what you are and what you got inside you. That's for darn shooting straight and shooting. Yeah, that's right. Who you are and how you are. You're crashing by design, you mind? I crashing by design, man. I mind. You crashing by design. You're crashing by design. You know, merely the thought that passed your mind. You know, our lives are being so directed by the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that we have, you see, that we just keep on repeating and doing all kinds of things, you know, that are making our brains go So, you know, here we are in another edition, trying to. Most important thing, I think that I've said it before. You got to get control of that thought life, you know, and you can't worry about. You can't get freaked out about it. You can't get freaked out about it, about your thought life. Just really need to pay attention. Pay attention to that thought life, you know? Pay attention to what you're thinking. Pay attention to what you're saying. Pay attention to what you're, you know, pay attention. You know, just start pay attention to what you're feeling, what you're thinking. And, you know, I said before, you know, the thoughts generate the feelings to generate belief. And then that's when the process lays out, you see, and that's when things start happening to you and me. Because if we just keep doing those things and we don't get control of the thought life, we're going to go crazy and a lot of that stuff's happening. So, you know, that's before you're able to ever have the power to be able to, and this just my mind's opinion. You know, because there's a lot of people out there that are trying to put forth things as far as, you know, manifesting this or whatnot, you know, and a lot of it sounds great and it goes whoop over people's heads and then they ignore it. You know, it's because they've never been through the process of going through the basics. And the basics, you see, everything boils down to the basics, right? Everything boils down to the bare bone basics. Yep. Everything boils down to the bare bone basics. Everything's got to boil down to the bare bones basic with you and your thought life and what you're thinking, feeling, believing. So when they're doing those things, you see, you know, you're going to start to notice that kind of stuff. And there's obviously things that you want to change in your life because you don't want to keep going down that same path, no? No, you don't want to keep going down that same path, no? No, you don't want to do it. You know, you want to be able to create those changes in your life and lasting changes by getting a hold of yourself, you know, just a little bit, getting a hold of yourself and realize that you're going to start going through change. Now, people got, you know, what comes to my mind, it's interesting, what comes to my mind is this lady I see on Facebook and her posts and stuff. You know, I think I mentioned her before, but no names to protect the innocents. No, yes, yeah, well, yep. And what comes to my mind is a vision of her and saying there, well, you know, I mean, how can I like really just change the directions of these things? I mean, these things are happening in my life. You know, how can I change it really? I mean, you know, and that change just by thinking. You can. Here's the biggest thing out there that you got to have. One of the biggest, most difficult things that I've ever faced in my life was faith. You know. Faith, you know, what is faith? What is faith? Believing in the unseen, believing in the uncertainty, believing in not knowing, but realizing that there's going to be something on the other side. You got to give up how long it's going to take, how it's going to take, the way it's going to take, everything. You understand me? Everything. You got to let go of the details about it when you're going to create that change in your life, whatever it is. I mean, because I don't know you. I mean, you know yourself better when you start beginning just to listen to your thought life and the things that you're saying, the things that you're speaking, the things that you're thinking on a continual basis. That might be a continual basis where maybe you don't do it one day, but you done picked it up on Thursday and you thought about the same thing on Sunday too. You know, and so you know it's those habits that you've created for yourself with your thoughts, feelings, and they translate into beliefs. So you know what's hard to grasp is faith. Faith is one of the most difficult things to have to try to grasp and hang on to. But you know, here's a couple examples for you to know. Here's a couple examples, and I've given these before, and I know they said, but this is, you got to drive these things home. You got to think about these things on a continual basis, you know, knowing that faith and change for yourself, because, you know, we're going to get to the good stuff and the mighty stuff when it comes to manifesting the good stuff. You just can't jump from one level to another and expect that you're going to be able to do things, right? Right. No. I'm afraid not. Simply getting control of your thought life is going to be the first step for you to be able to make change in your life, and having faith. And faith is like this. Picture yourself in just an automobile, and you're driving down the road and it's dark, right? And there's, you know, if you've ever driven in Canada, oh my gosh. I mean, I've driven down some roads, and you go down some of those roads in Canada, and there ain't nothing for miles. I mean, I remember one time I was driving, it was like, man, if you went off the road or something like that, and hardly anybody drives by, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, it's like, but what do you do? You just keep driving, So, you know, it was actually easier driving at night, you know, going through Canada, because you couldn't see all I don't even know how to describe, you know, thick trees like you never seen before in your life. I mean, just thick pine trees, like booyah. And, so faith is kind of like driving down that road with just the headlights on. There's no street lights or anything like that, right? You just keep driving. What do you do? What are you doing? What you doing when you're driving? What you doing when you're driving with no headlights are on, huh? What you doing? The headlights are lighting the road gradually as you go down that road. And that's faith. Well, that's faith, you know, because you have faith that road's going to be there, don't you? You have faith. Yeah, you got to have faith. And so faith is like driving down that road with the headlights on, knowing that the road is just going to continue to be lit as you go. And just having that faith and knowing that the light is going to be there, the light, and is going to show you the way when you get there, right? When you get there, when you go down the road and you keep going down the road and the light keeps lighting up the road, and it's going to light up when you get there, right? So that's, you know, when what we're referencing this to is creating the change in your life. Well, like I said, that lady, how am I getting, well, you know, how am I going to by changing my thoughts? Faith. Start driving down that road, right? Start driving down that road and know that it's going to happen by having faith in it. Just keep driving. Just like, well, Lord, just keep swimming. That's it. That's another example. Yeah, it's kind of just keep swimming. Keep driving. Keep swimming and driving.